Who do you reckon is going to take this second game?
I'm going to go with Mineski. Just because I think Silencer does a lot here, just in terms of halting initiation. I'm sure of how this Lycan plays out. So.
Okay, Lumi?
Gonna go with TNC. I think it's gonna be a 2-0. This Mirana is gonna get a very good lane against Invoker, and they have 3 BKB buying cores, which I think Silencer is gonna have trouble doing.
So my analyst is right. Over to ODPixel and Fog.
Thank you very much, GVS. Now ready for game 2 between TNC and Mineski. And the drafts are in split on the panel. Fog, well, what do we reckon? I mean, yep, there's a Lycan, but I'm looking over the side of Mineski, and I feel like there are a few heroes that, once that BKB's there, he's going to run at. They ain't going to have much armor, and they're going to die.
That's exactly what I was thinking, Owen. I think that's why they picked the Lycan. You see Gyrocopter, you can just close the gap on him very easily with Shapeshift, and yeah. That's exactly where Gyros offers.
These guys don't do armor.
Tiny gets armor now, dude. Grow.
Oh, they changed it. Okay.
Grow gives armor.
How much do you get now?
You get 5, 10, 15 from each level of
that's a little bit. That's a little bit. Still not amazing, but it's...
Yeah, lots of ways to close the gap, though, from TNC. The Tusk, the Lycan, pretty good. Versus the Invoker. I think they're going to put a lot of pressure onto Moon here, so I don't think we'll see the same kind of impact like Abed when he went out of control, when he had those multiple Sunstrike setups, because he only has the Clockwork, as the panel mentioned. Gyro Rocket, not really a great setup, neither is Tiny from the Avalanche, since there are very low duration stuns to higher levels, especially from the Rocket. Rocket's not... Maybe they could make it work, though. Homing Missile is 2.25, 2.5 until up to 3. We will see, though. I do like what TNC's got going here, especially with the way they played last time with the Batrider. I think this is actually, in my opinion, Mage's best hero. I really like his Batrider plays. And they've got vision aspects with the Wolves. I think they should be able to do a lot of scouting and try to catch out people with that lasso, at least in the mid game, to catch them outside of the base.
So how's this mid lane going to go, do you reckon? We've seen an Invoker before today. Abed gave us quite the showing. Moon gets the pressure of Kuku, and, well, 1437, he's up and down in between the lanes.
He's got an okay lane versus the Mirana, but we're going to see the Mirana get lots of help, I'm pretty sure, from either Tim's or 1437. Top lane, though, Raven is going to get absolutely shut down versus this Tiny. But we've seen this in the past from at least Liquid. They tend to just leave, at least it's always been like Matu alone in that safe lane when he's the Lycan, and he just tries to catch up, and they punish the 2 side lanes. So I think that's what they're trying to go for here. We will see, though. Because there's not a whole lot of team fight from either side. I guess on Mineski's side, once they have the Invoker with Aghanims, they can go for more fighting, but early on, it's just going to be those like the other 4 heroes kind of running around. I just keep hearing Undying taunts.
Oh, he's loving it, 1437. Spamming it like a madman. Trying to throw 2 off guard down this bottom lane. Mid lane going exactly as you're saying. Oh, shards. In for Moon. Oh, okay. He does arrow the Forge Spirit. I mean, he farms the Forge Spirit.
It gives a good amount when you kill it. But yeah, if that arrow connects on the Invoker, he is dead.
I mean, the arrow is really bad though at close range now, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's only 50, but it's, I mean, that's pretty much...
I guess, yeah, you're right, yeah, the extra bit of damage as well.
They get the extra hit as well.
Yeah.
Top, though. Raven gets caught in the cogs. They've got battery assaults as well.
Oh, he is gone.
He is very dead. One more hit, tree throw.
Hey!
Bonk.
Bullseye from iceiceice.
From a stone.
Yeah, Raven, I mean, as you say, he's getting no help at all. He's been heavily sacked. Is that really the way that TNC should play this?
I think they should send somebody up there. I think Sam H is already going to have a fine time in bottom, so I wouldn't see why they wouldn't want to help out Raven. I mean, we've seen what Ice can do on this Tiny. He's already 12 and 6, leading the last hits.
Yeah, if I was TNC, I'd be really worried about that top lane.
Yeah.
You do not want iceiceice to have the dream start.
Mid, though, with the help from the Tusk, you see Kuku pulling heavily far ahead of the Invoker, even though Invoker does have a bit of a base damage advantage at the start. He can't really get up to the creep wave because of the fear that has been instilled. But TNC, they decide It's fine. We're just going to stack the Lycan. We're going to pressure the other 2 lanes more. Tim's now mid, looking to close the gap onto Moon.
It's a little deep, though.
Yeah.
TP's coming in. I'll have to pass away. Leave it alone. But still, Kuku definitely having a vastly favorable time. 18-7 against the 4-for-3.
Mushi is not having a good time bottom either versus this Bat Rider. He is just like spinning around in circles, unable to get up to last hit. Keeps getting too many sticky stacks on him. So that turn rate, a big problem for him. And this is quite a concern for Mineski, at least. They need to just, they're pretty much going to have to play around iceiceice, which has been working pretty well.
And this time mid lane, it's a success. Kuku and Tims get back in, and they get the pick off. They get that kill that they've been after. Yeah, this mid lane,
it's a disaster.
It really is. And we know, I mean, we know Invokers can make a comeback, but this is a very, very, very one-sided way to start the lane between these two.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to have to just resort to the jungle pretty soon, and that's when they can start pressuring tower. So TNC, they are winning 2 lanes, and
look at that.
one but bottom now.
He just solo kills.
Okay.
6 stacks on that Jaro, 6 stacks.
He's got 9 last hits, only 2. He is really getting punished by this bat, the turn rate.
I mean, iceiceice is going to have to, he's going to have to brace his back for this one.
Yep.
It's all about iceiceice and Tide. He's got to carry this. He really has, because the other 2 at the moment, they are struggling.
And mid again, they're looking to dive. Get 1437's position with the Soul Rip, with Decay. Moon's backing up. He's like, all right, I have to block my wave to try to get this in a better position, but they've got that high ground vision of him. And Kuku is trying to keep the lane on his hill. He's trying to spam deny, but Moon will get a bit here. The rotation in Raven. Top. The tree toss.
Oh, they should still have this, and indeed they do with the Avalanche.
Yeah.
Another kill for iceiceice.
He is leading the net worth.
Well, bottom lane, they're having a look at 1437. They should get this with a homing missile coming through. He's going to tick down low. Can he get out? Soul Rip clap. It's enough. He's out of there. TP in as Sam H was getting a bit aggressive onto Mushi. They'll look to put the bat backs off. 1437 actually surviving, and so will Sam H. Sorry, mid lane. Moon gets the kill. Kuku was going in deep with Tims for the Invoker, and I'd say it's worth it. You killed the Invoker again. Kuku survives. It's only a support down. So more pressure on that Invoker. Just a little bit of a bonus that he did manage to take a support with him.
Yeah.
But still not great.
That kill lets him have higher net worth than Raven. And Raven is level 3 on this Lycan to a level 6 Tiny. So Tiny now, 140 base damage, plus a tree. Raven's really in trouble.
Again.
Fine Mushi.
They do it. Sam H and 1437 really shut down this Jara. Mid lane again. Moon getting jumped on. Another kill on the Invoker.
So we were talking about, he's not going to have the same type of game as Abed did. There's a lot of pressure on him from this lane.
This is one of those games where just each lane is just so clearly going one way. No, mid lane, it's absolutely TNC's lane. Bottom lane, absolutely TNC's lane. Top lane, absolutely, well, not necessarily. I'd say iceiceice's lane. He's doing this on his own.
Yep. No, he got help.
He got a little help.
Clockwork went up there twice.
Sure.
But yeah, it's mostly been nice. And he's going to have to really put the team on his back for this one. He's going to be going for early game items, going for the drum, as he did the last time.
And look at this wrap around mid again. They're setting up for another bit of a play. Jabz, he comes forward, and he quickly goes down. Kuku now dominating. Moon's trapped up. I don't think he can get this thing.
Moon's
Might
dead.
be able to. Another star stop. Oh, he's gone. Double kill for Kuku. And how many times did that Invoker die now?
It's 4.
4 times in 7 minutes. This mid lane, an absolute disaster.
And they're even taking the tower, so then they're going to be able to put aggressive. They actually already have the aggressive ward down for the
down
jungle.
bottom. Mushi to get the homing missile out, and they do have a very nice stun strike to turn things around. They will get Sam H.
They need those kills though. So they take mid tower, but iceiceice top also takes the safe lane tower. All right. We got an interesting one on our hands, Owen.
What's the build for us this game?
Just doing the drums. I think
Treads
last time we
jumps
saw him do Treads drum, and then I think he went into SNY AC. I don't know if he actually got the SNY, but I think anyway, whatever. So TNC, they're gonna keep this aggression up, and they're gonna keep eyes on Moon. Don't let him jungle.
No.
They throw the scan out.
Oh, Tims.
Tims.
Yeah. For Tims, this one.
Does he have vision to snowball anybody? He will now, with Kuku coming in.
Oh, and actually with a setup. They can look to try and turn Sunstrike coming through, not enough to bring down Tims. Tims is fine. Kuku jumps in.
iceiceice rotating in though.
Oh, he's going to be able to pick up Tims for sure. Comes in with the Avalanche. Tims trying to run. Ah, the range of that tree as he swipes him down from afar.
The biggest concern for me is Mushi. He's going for a solo kill onto 1437 here. He might be able to find it too.
With the cooldown and the homing missile, Mushi, he's got it. Arrow comes in from Kuku, coming in with the wraparound. Has he got enough damage to take the return kill? It's going to be close damage there as well. Mushi will go down. Kuku's still alive. He's got another leap, getting himself away from the clockwork. Samage trying to play around with ninjaboogie's trying for the TP out, but the TP is successful. ninjaboogie escapes. Mushi getting that kill, but again, Kuku gets involved. Killing the carry, keeps himself alive. This Mirana sailing ahead this game.
Mushi has 21 last hits on Gyrocopter. It's 9 minutes in. That's your safe lane gyro. So yeah, it's really a lot on iceiceice to just pull it together for his team, as we've been mentioning. It's a problem.
Good lane, they get a good arrow. Detection. Ghostwalk will save. Good.
437 might get caught out here by Jabz with the Sunstrike if he's able to close the gap, and he's not.
Too speedy on that and dying.
So 2 lanes, pretty heavily won, I guess you could say, for TNC, leading the net worth, and 1 lane very heavily, extremely heavily lost versus that Tiny. So Daryl, or iceiceice, is really gonna have to get looking for those kills onto either the Mirana or the Batrider to just help Mushi out, because Mushi's really struggling. He doesn't have the flat cannon either. He's gone for the fighting build. He doesn't have that recovery method.
Yeah, that could come back to hurt him, actually.
Yep.
Does need to catch up somehow.
So you see iceiceice, he switched the build. He had SNY queued up, but now he has changed into Shadow Blade. So you can tell that's the I need to bail my team out build. I need to go for ganks.
He's already moved down here to join Mushi. Self close. Arms up a hefty stack. Here's Mushi. An extra level as well now, level 7. 3 and 3. Does have a lot of fighting potential, Mushi.
He's invis on top of Samage.
Here we go. Samage trying to get himself out. The cooldown will be there. They've got the Moonlight Shadow. Do they have detection? I don't think they do. And either way, it's a little too deep for Mineski to dive. So Samage will be fine. Does now have the drums complete, so that sort of play they get harder and harder with the movement speed this battle has.
Yeah. Getting towers is a good way to try to bring Mushi back, so iceiceice has been moving to those and switches the build up again. So instead of going for Shadow Blade, has switched to SNY, maybe thinking that he needs to be the carry of House shut down the Invoker and Gyrocopter both for the R. As Moon started to recover, he's still level 7 on Invoker. And now the collapse from TNC.
Coming in from the side, Kuku, he's got eyes on the starters for ninjaboogie falling low.
Oh, that flame break!
God, knocking it in.
That pushed him back into the that was perfect!
I mean, Sam H, you said it at the start of this man's Batrider.
That was sick.
Very, very strong.
Look at that. Killing out the highest net worth hero. And during all this, since they're formatting, they're forcing aggression to happen, and they're allowing Raven to kind of catch back up, who's just been silently farming in the jungle for quite a while. Going for that natural book, which is really devastating versus Tiny and Gyrocopter, because Tiny can't really control whether he's going to kill those books. And same thing with Gyro, you have all that AoE damage coming out. And with Book, with Shapeshift, closing the gap onto Gyro, those are pretty easy kills once Raven got that.
Easy tier 1 tower down here for TNC. So there's no interest. Mineski coming in for the defense. Nice, nice, nice. How's he doing on that Shadow Blade, is he?
He switched back to the S and Y. He's been switching back and forth.
Okay.
So at least right now, Mushi's getting a little bit of time to recover up top. We'll be able to farm this. Has to be careful in a bit though.
Oh, Tims. Easy goner. It's a scary game for the supports of TNC. There's a lot of combo potential that they're out warding. Ninjaboogie just getting a lane to himself to global silence online. for this team fight, as we've seen. You know, we know it's a very good response to the Batrider.
Kuku's looking to try to go for some solo kills here. Arrow just off the mark.
Click build, of course, for Kuku. We have seen a few Miranas for the Magical. Dragon Lance down for the Maelstrom next. Right click build indeed in. Oh, look at that range. Easy tower. Sitting outside of it with that Dragon Lance. And I think he's just going to take this tier 1 tower at the moment. There's no one heading over there. Mid lane, the rest of the TNC, they're looking to fight. Straight in onto Mushi. Hook top comes in. Oh, nice deafening blast. That turnaround play from Moon into the cooldown. Could set up big things from an empty. Damage gets himself off to the side. They have the sentry down. They don't have enough damage to bring him though. So they'll lose the clock. Only the Tusk goes down there. That looked like it could have been a hefty turnaround indeed with that deafening blast play.
That was really nice by Moon and by Jabz getting the hook in on top of that deafening blast with the meteor.
He didn't cogs, did he? And the deafening blast pushed him out of the cogs, did he? Because then it might not have been as ideal. Because then they're able to walk out of the cooldown. I don't know. I don't know if we'll be able to see that.
It did.
It all happened at the same time.
Everything kind of connected.
Yeah.
I think it's just that they didn't. You know, the Moonlight Shadow as well as just how much tankier they really are at the moment was enough for them to just survive all that burst. And biggest thing is that Mushi lived, right?
Yeah, sure. They get the jar out. Then the 1-for-1. Kuku though. With that completed Maelstrom. 15 minutes.
Yeah, he's enormous. And the Lycan Raven, who's just been...
He has recovered.
He is
very
farming in the jungle, yeah. He's got book 2 finished up in a second.
And a lot quicker than Mushi's Jara's recovering.
Yeah. Mushi's just trying to get involved in kills.
Oh, here we go. They do get the toss back. Leap still there for Kuku. Get him out of the stun strike. Missile connects, so does the tree. Kuku will survive. A little too slippery for Mineski to keep control of.
They spotted Raven with the ward that they have on the bottom side, so they know he's part of this camp here.
Oh, this is... Surely they're going to come and find him. Yeah, the pings come out. Raven. Can he play his way out of this one? Trying to juke it down the tree lines. Oh, they've spotted him. He goes for the ultimate. He's going to get it out. And with that, he should be able to run away. There's no hook shot. And Raven, he's going to be fine.
Use the wolves to scout for Jabz really quickly.
Yeah, very nicely done by Raven.
Yeah, scurries away. Book 2 finished for him now. Sam H will have that Blink Dagger finished up on Batrider now.
And with that, certainly look to punish this underfarmed Gyrocopter and Invoker. Doubt about that.
So Moon does have the Midas finished up, level 11, slowly but surely healing his way back into the game. Still quite a ways away though from being a relevant force. Smoke comes out from Mineski. Gonna try to take this mid tier 1. Ice. Hitting it with the tree, toss. Tower. Sam H coming behind.
Yeah, they go for the punch. Into the snowball, straight in onto Ninjaboogie. Sunstrike will not connect. 1437 already out with the flesh column. They've got the clap, bringing this down low. Iceiceice, he's going to drop. So's Ninjaboogie. Godlike for Kuku. And Sam H turning for more. Oh, and he's found a big one. He's got the grab. Do they have any follow-up? The arrow, oh no, slightly off the mark. It may not matter the leap. The first one is not going to work. Kuku cannot get himself up to the high ground. Sentry's down. They've got eyes on Moon. Can they continue to chase? Sam H trying his best. There's a lot of sticky napalm building up. He does have 17 one charges, and he will pop him up.
Oh, the blink dodge.
Oh, dodging the tornado there. Sam H, and he gets the kill. Ninjaboogie comes in, but he's not going to have enough damage. Sam H, Batrider, doing it in style there. Very, very flashy.
Kuku's what, godlike?
Yeah, he's godlike now.
9-0 and 2.
Yeah. I mean, what does he get us to master? Does he just get a BKB now at this stage? I mean, that would make him pretty invincible.
Oh, no, Kuku?
Oh no, the Mirana, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. He's got options really.
Yeah.
He's so overfarmed. If he wants to go for survivability, I think that's the safest route. But TNC is a pretty blood-hungry, bloodthirsty team.
Looks like he's just going to finish off the Hurricane fight. Good as well, of course. There is still the clockwork in the game. Sure, got the leap, but sometimes nice to protect those charges if necessary.
Be nice. Raven has finished up the book 3 now.
Yeah, they got a lot of push.
How's Mushi doing? Dragonlance finished, going for the BKB next, so he can actually get involved more in the fights. And he's ahead of his Invoker in farm, but it's still behind the Bat Rider. Still struggling a bit.
Incoming! iceiceice still up there at the top.
Lasso is ready. They're going to smoke up on TNC and look for another play. And for iceiceice, they have a wolf sitting on him as well. He reveals himself top 2. They're looking for this play here. There's a ward placed though. The Moonlight Shadow comes out. They will see the Bat Rider now from the Firefly.
They're chasing.
They still have the wolf on top of ice.
Oh yeah, this wolf scouting should set up an easy lasso as in comes Damage, gets the lasso off. Jabz TP's out, he'll make it away. iceiceice will not be. That's fortunate as they bring down the Tiny, and by all means that is the big kill for TNC.
Yep.
iceiceice, literally the rock that Mineski are relying on.
I just keep hearing this taunt.
He's pressed that so many times. He's loving it. And understandably so, it's looking pretty good for TNC there. One game up here in this best of 3.
And they make their way into the rush pit. And no way that Mineski can contest with how far behind they really are, especially because of how fast it'll die too with this Lycan having the book 3 finished. It's looking pretty grim. Mineski, that's for sure. They can't take head-on engagements versus TNC, especially until they have the Aghanims finished on Moon. Still, he's 1,500 gold away from it now. It's just a really tough game to play, both the Invoker and the Gyrocopter. There's so many different ways to collapse on top of them, from that Tusk, from that Lycan, from that Mirana and Bat.
Yeah, we've really seen the Tusk as a whole being very strong in the Southeast Asian region.
He got both, man. And yeah, I mean, yesterday Jules was playing it incredibly well. Level 14 already on Tim's. He is tied with all the cores in the game as a support Tusk. And he's got mech finished up as well. He has contributed a lot into those team fights. Up lane.
Now, just got to be careful. He is surrounded by 3.
iceiceice has SNY and plate mail with drums, so he's really tempting, but Sam H knows he's up here. He keeps pinging him out non-stop. TNC will look to take an engagement up top versus Mineski. They should be able to outnumber them too. They know the Invoker's mid lane. They see him with the creeps. See 1437 ping it out. Moonlight Shadow. They're looking for a fight here. Mineski. Be very careful. Sam H is in the
here we go. He's looking for the lasso. He's grabbed Mushi. Global Silence does instantly come out, but the arrow's already out. The clockwork cooldown from Mushi. He's looking to just run the heck out of there, but the chase potential's there from TNC. Kuku looking towards this Gyro. Mushi's down. Double kill for Raven. They'll turn towards iceiceice as well, and they'll be able to get themselves a 3rd. Mineski's push put to an end. Triple kill for Raven. Some fantastic usage of Moonlight Shadow, setting up these lassos. As I said, that was an instant reaction with the global silence from ninjaboogie, but it didn't matter. TNC at this point, they're more than happy to just run at you and punch you down.
Sam H's positioning there was absolutely perfect too. Just sitting in the tree lines in the back, waiting for them to push too far up. So now, level 16, Hurricane Pike finished.
Yeah.
Incredibly farmed on this Mirana. And Raven now has made it to the top 2. They've killed iceiceice enough to push him down. But Moon does now have the Aghanims finished up on that Invoker, so he can actually start getting involved in the fights with his team. And I believe that Mushi is about to have BKB as well, so he won't be as susceptible to dying. But he still can get run down very easily by the Lycan, as we were mentioning earlier.
Can get caught out by that instant last shot.
Yeah.
To the arrow.
Overall, TNC's been playing really well around their vision too. You see these deep aggressive wards placed again. As soon as they start pressuring toward top. They put a ward behind the tower. They put one in front of the tower too. So they are looking to go for grabs around that.
Shadows take us.
Once again, using the moonlight to try and invade the jungle of Mineski. Just gotta jump Sam H. He's getting eyes on them. He's Moon. He's gonna lead off with the lasso. Oh!
The small distance blink dagger.
I was
so he
gonna
doesn't break
say.
the lasso. But everybody's around there.
And TNC could be in a little trouble now. Sure, there's no hook shot from Jabz. The Sam H went for that play. Didn't actually. There wasn't really backup behind him.
No, it's just Tim's.
It was literally just him and Tim's. I mean, if they
he
get out
expected
alive,
everybody.
sure, it's fine. But I don't think Tim's is. He gets choked back into the cogs. I mean, they're buying time. I guess they're creating space for the other lanes where TNC are pushing them in. I guess this was the plan all along. Make a play, draw the attention of 5 members of Mineski, shove the other lanes in. Bit of a weird one, but I guess it works out.
He didn't see everybody though, right? He only saw like 1 or 2 heroes.
Sure, but even if it was just the Invoker, I mean, I guess if it was just like the Invoker, him and this Tusk could probably have killed it.
Yeah, maybe. It seemed like it was more of like a space play because they only had that 1 hero
Must
back
have
up.
been.
Mushi, BKB finish. Can actually get involved more in fights. Moon has to be careful. He is quite sandwiched here between these wards.
Can they get the gap? Yes, they can. Arrow connects without enough time to burst him. Ooh, it's going to be close. That's the Ghost Walk. Do they have the detection? They do. Sentry's down. Kuku gets the kill.
Very, like I was saying, very nice warding coming out from 1437 this game. Spotting out all the rotations before they even happen. Aegis gets reclaimed, but I think they did a pretty good amount of damage with that Aegis. Full BKB finish for Raven, as we see there too. And he's shape-shifting down. They're looking for iceiceice. But that's status resistance. Of course, making lasso break extremely early, but shapeshift closing the gap.
Oh, they are chasing it. The flame break back. The shards again, beautifully on point from Tim's. They trap the Tiny. Ice is gone. Perfect usage again. The amount of times we've seen this Batrider and Tusk trap heroes.
Yeah.
It's we're losing count.
Now they can transition this into a push. More deep aggressive wards. Tim's this time putting it behind the tower.
Yep.
So they will see if Mineski tries to set up to defend that one.
Very spooky from Mineski. 8k behind TNC.
Very hard to play Silencer in this type of game because when you're just getting ran at, you're not able to really use your global on an effective purpose. So in the past, we've seen Ninjaboogie have incredibly good Silencer games, but yeah, when you're on the defense, it just makes it really hard. You never can really use global because using global in a defensive manner is very different because that means somebody's probably already been grabbed out by that Batrider. Tough game all around for Mineski. 9k gold lead now for TNC and 15,000 experience lead as well. Kuku has been playing this flawlessly.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
All bottled up for Kuku.
I think Gem is probably the next thing that TNC could buy to just really close the gap on this game. Take out the rest of the wards and then just go for those big pickoffs, even though they're already at an incredibly good pace of the game. Just make it a little bit easier for them. While on Mineski's side, it's just very hard for them. No amount of items really, of course, if they have like crazy amounts, but no like one individual item could really make them win these next upcoming engagements. They just have to pretty much outnumber TNC or catch them out with vision. But it's very hard versus this Lycan who's been scouting so much with wolves. But this is a good way to do it. Smoke up, try to get a ward down and play around that vision. Try to get a big catch out. They see Kuku in the mid lane. TNC is playing under vision though, so maybe they can go for a play on that. Smoke comes out. It is spotted. Team Mineski claiming the high ground. And they get a big play here from this.
That will be the sentry. Up top. Mineski moving away from it though. 437. He's going to drop the tombstone. Global silence comes out. I think they'll still be happy to fight after it, TNC. They look at Mineski. One of the best ways to approach this, and already with Moon getting taken down on the side, just look at this damage from Raven as he just ripped through Mushi. The BKB not helping that Gyro at all. Triple kill again for Raven, and he's not done yet. They've got their eyes on iceiceice. They just cannot deal with the Lycan. The Lycan pick is just so damn strong. And this is a Lycan pick that got absolutely destroyed in the lane. Raven was behind, made an incredible recovery, and we're just at this portion of the game where just this physical damage output that Raven offers just destroys the majority of Mineski's line. There is no way they can stop this Wolf.
They tried to take a teamfight advantage on like the high ground there, but then they get pushed to the right, trying to make sure that Mushi doesn't get caught out. But yeah, Lycan has become an absolute monster. Winning these 2 lanes from TNC is just proving to be too much for Mineski to really handle. 1 and 7 on Invoker, 4-6 on the Tiny, and 3 and 5 on Mushi. The chorus for Mineski so heavily shut down. Now TNC, they go for the high ground push.
Continuing to slow it down with the Tornado EMP, but Raven's just back in with the Wolves. Looks like they will respect this.
Bro should be spawning soon. They don't want to get wiped before. They don't want any type of fight to happen before that one. Just being as safe as possible, since this is... They win this game, and they've got just 1 more before they make it to the major. Mid lane. iceiceice.
Make it to the major? What?
One more series.
Oh, I thought you meant one more game.
Oh, no.
I'm so confused.
I meant 1 more series.
Oh, almost series.
My bad. My bad.
Fnatic waiting up against the winner of this one.
Yep.
Got it.
TNC looking absolutely on form today. I just feel like this is already just a difference from what we saw yesterday.
Yeah, definitely.
They're not messing up this time. There's no mistakes being made by TNC.
Sam H. Batrider makes it a lot easier. They're playing with like some of their very signature heroes. .30-minute mark.
iceiceice is out.
Oh!
They lassoed a siege creep.
Dude, the double siege creeps, man, sometimes.
I mean, sometimes. I mean, as soon as we talk about Sam H having an amazing game and how they don't make any mistakes, lo and behold, the siege creep is lassoed. Oh, okay. Not great, not great.
Mineski now trying to take advantage a little bit, a bit with this. Pushing up as a unit. Smoked up behind Moon this time around. Looking to play around their 1 ward that they do have on the map. They saw the Undying backing up. Look at TNC's positioning.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
They know this is happening.
37.
Tank the game.
I mean, I guess. He did not look like he knew what was happening. No, 6 seconds, no. Dying Sam H. He's trying to lead in, but they have the sentry into the dust. They've got the eyes on him. Sam H. He's got to get out of there. Tornado will miss, but the avalanche comes through.
He is dead.
Oh, what is going on? TNC.
They looked like they knew too, because if you looked at the Tusk and the Batrider initially, they were hiding so far in the tree lines, but playing up into those sentry wards.
Grab eyes. iceiceice. Oh, this time the Shard's not going to block them. They're going with the snowball, but the BKBs come out from Mushi. Raven actually blocked off. Can't commit for the kill. iceiceice gets away.
Roche's up. This could be the big one.
Coin for me.
Mineski will want to contest this. They do not want to let TNC have this. Can't let them have this. Oh, iceiceice moves in with the 2-man avalanche straight onto Tims. Tims is falling low, will be healed up by the Soul Rip from 1437. It's not going to be enough though, as Tims taken down by the Tornado. Mushi now turning his attention towards the Undying. Oh, is that what? Tims escaped? How is the Tornado not enough? He lives. But the rest of his team, they're not doing too hard for themselves. Kuku has to run out of there. They did kill Mushi. There's the deafening blast again. Tims.
Comes Raven.
Surely Tims dies this time. There we go. Tims finally drops. Raven has to do a big old cleanup.
Book on cooldown.
I can't get the vision onto iceiceice.
for the Roche. They've got book for this one too. Aegis and Cheese on this. Couple of mistakes though from TNC adding up. Mineski making some very heads-up movements.
A bit of a good turnaround there. Not what TNC were hoping to see happen.
We were just talking about how crisp they've been playing and a couple of mistakes.
Caster's curse is real.
Waiting for the rest of their heroes to spawn up so they can go for that Roche. Invoker does take his first talent. And the second one right afterwards. One, 4, 3, 7 draws all around that Roche area. It's ready for them to take a fight there when Tims does respawn.
Absolutely have to. They can't afford to be caught out by Mineski like they just were. And a fight like that, Mineski holding on, climbing themselves back into the game that they were very far behind it.
Yeah, they're smoked up. They're looking for another fight too. Trying to take a fight before that Roche. TNC are sticking all together though this time. Do they have a smoke? They don't, but they have the gem on Sam H, and they're positioned in a very good spot to take a fight here. 1, 4, 3, 7 on the low ground. At the ready. Kuku. Got Mushi. Sam H, this non-stop ping come out from Mineski as soon as they see the Firefly used.
Shadows
Mushi.
take us.
The pit.
Gonna get last one.
Oh, he does. The silence comes out. They're trying to do their best to save Mushi. Mushi, he will be fine. Post the BKB. Snowball comes forward. Oh, Raven. He's biting through these. He's brought down both iceiceice. Oh, all four of them. Oh, it's just slaughter. Mineski gets team wipe. Raven just too damn big there. I think the cogs sort of working against them there as it sort of trapped the wolf in with two of Mineski's own. And Raven is just tearing them apart.
Sam H gets the initiation, silence comes out, and then the two cores just pop BKB, and they can just go to work. They shred Mineski, and there's also guarding Greaves on top of Tims too, so he's able to get his spells off even though that global gets used. He just pops it, removes it.
The buybacks have to come through. It's Mineski's potential last stand here as they hold on to the dreams of qualifying for the major.
Everyone has to buy back.
He might be able to protect the two on silencer and clock.
Lasso's up in 2 seconds. He's gonna go for another grab here.
He wants to jump immediately. There he goes. He's grabbed Mushi. Tornado comes out, but it's not going to connect. Mushi's surrounding. Mushi, he's down. And Raven, he's ready for more. The shards blocking Moon momentarily. They've got the dust vision on him. He'll use himself up, but Mushi's down for good. All Moon does get the blink off. Invoker will live for now, but the tier 3s are down. TNC onto the barracks. Can iceiceice stop this? He moves in with the toss back onto Kuku, but he's out of mana. The Necro Book starting to beat down onto him. iceiceice is down. Moon trying to stop them with the combo, but it's not enough. Kuku gets the triple kill. The game is over. GG is called. Mineski are out of the running for the DreamHack Major.
Oh, and it almost ends 14-37 again. This game was 14-37. This time 14-36.
The Illuminati.